Rebecca Romijn is now outranked in Star Trek by husband Jerry O'Connell. He never lets me forget it. Star Trek has always been about exploration of the stars, of humanity, and sometimes of hilarious real-life situations. One such situation involves Strange New Worlds star Rebecca Romijn and her husband, Jerry O'Connell, who both belong to the extended Star Trek family. But as Romijn recently joked, O'Connell now officially outranks her in the Starfleet hierarchy, and according to her, he won't stop reminding her of it. It's a playful, behind-the-scenes rivalry that has delighted Trek fans everywhere. Two actors married in real life, both commanding their own corners of the franchise, each portraying Starfleet officers in very different eras of Trek history. But now that O'Connell's animated alter ego, Commander Jack Ransom, holds a higher rank than Romijn's Una Riley #1, the couple's domestic dynamic has become one long-running joke in the Trek fandom. Let's dive into why Rebecca Romijn says she's outranked at home, how Jerry O'Connell turned Star Trek Lower Decks into his comedic playground, and why this Starfleet couple might be one of the best things to happen to Trek in decades. Rebecca Romijn, the first officer who became a fan favorite. Rebecca Romijn joined Star Trek Strange New Worlds as Una Riley, the Enterprise's legendary first officer known affectionately as #1. Her character bridges the gap between the original Star Trek pilot The Cage and modern Trek storytelling. In Strange New Worlds, Una is calm, composed, and fiercely loyal to Captain Pike. Romijn's performance elevated the character from an enigmatic figure to a nuanced, layered officer with secrets, strength, and surprising vulnerability. By the show's second season, Una had gone through a deeply emotional arc, revealing her Illyrian heritage, standing trial for hiding her genetic modifications, and emerging as a symbol of Starfleet's evolving inclusivity. Fans and critics praised Romijn for bringing heart and quiet authority to a character who was once little more than a footnote in Trek history. She's second in command on the USS Enterprise, serving directly under Anson Mount's charismatic Captain Pike. Her calm precision, maternal mentorship of younger officers, and subtle humor make her indispensable to the crew. Yet, as she admitted in a recent interview, her fictional second-in-command status doesn't translate into her real-life Star Trek household, because her husband's animated counterpart technically outranks her. Jerry O'Connell, the loud, proud commander of the Cerritos. Meanwhile, Jerry O'Connell has been having a blast in the Star Trek universe's more chaotic corner. As Commander Jack Ransom in Star Trek Lower Decks, he plays the ultra-fit, self-absorbed, and hilariously overconfident second-in-command aboard the USS Cerritos. Ransom is everything Una Riley isn't. Loud, brash, occasionally idiotic, but with a heart buried somewhere under all the bravado. The animated series, which revels in poking fun at Trek's grand legacy, allows O'Connell to channel his natural comedic timing into pure chaos. Ransom thinks he's Captain Kirk with a better jawline. O'Connell once joked in a promotional interview, "He's like if an energy drink became a person and joined Starfleet." O'Connell joined the series in 2020, bringing his signature mix of goofiness and warmth to a show that both celebrates and gently mocks Trek tropes. Lower Decks quickly became a fan favorite, and Ransom one of its most quotable characters. But here's where the fun twist comes in. Ransom, as a commander, technically outranks Una Riley, who, at least at the beginning of Strange New Worlds, still holds the title of Lieutenant Commander. And according to Romijn, O'Connell has not let her live that down. He never lets me forget it. The Starfleet rivalry at home. Rebecca Romijn has spoken playfully in several interviews about what it's like sharing the Star Trek spotlight with her husband. During a fan Q&A, she joked, "Greater than Jerry outranks me in Starfleet, and he never lets me forget it. Every time I bring up Strange New Worlds, he just says, 'Yes, Lieutenant Commander, but do you have your own ship?'" The playful teasing has become part of their public rapport. O'Connell, ever the jokester, leans into his role as the senior officer with a grin, while Romijn gracefully accepts her demotion with an eye roll. It's a dynamic that fans adore, especially since both actors are genuinely passionate about Star Trek. They attend conventions, engage with fans online, and seem to genuinely enjoy their roles in the larger Trek family. When Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks crossed over in the Season 2 episode Those Old Scientists, O'Connell was ecstatic, even though his character only appeared in live action briefly. "That crossover was one of the coolest moments of my life," he said. "Seeing Rebecca's world and mine collide, well, I told her that meant my ship was canonically cooler now." She was not amused. How Star Trek turned into a family affair. Romijn and O'Connell's Star Trek connection isn't just professional, it's personal. Their shared fandom has turned into something of a family affair. Both of their daughters are reportedly Trek fans, and the couple often post playful behind-the-scenes photos celebrating their respective series. Romijn once described the household as equal parts Starfleet and chaos, joking that she and Jerry sometimes report for duty at opposite ends of the galaxy. It's also a testament to how Star Trek continues to bring people together. The franchise, which has spanned nearly 6 decades, has evolved to include not just multiple generations of fans, but now, in this case, a Starfleet couple. Romijn has said that working on Strange New Worlds made her fall in love with classic Trek again. "It's such a beautiful homage to where it all began," she shared. "The optimism, the sense of discovery, it's everything that drew me to the role." O'Connell, meanwhile, has embraced Lower Decks as his way of celebrating Trek through comedy. "I grew up watching The Next Generation," he said. "Now I get to be part of the Trek universe and make fun of it at the same time. It's like being a fan and an officer all at once." The Ransom-Una comparison, two sides of Starfleet. While O'Connell's Ransom and Romijn's Una would never share a bridge in canon, comparing the two reveals a fascinating contrast in Starfleet's storytelling styles. Una Chin Riley embodies the idealism and professional excellence of Starfleet's golden age. She's stoic, methodical, and deeply moral. Jack Ransom, on the other hand, represents Starfleet's more chaotic, human side. He's flawed, insecure, but fiercely loyal underneath his bravado. Both characters, in their own way, reflect what makes Trek timeless: the balance between order and humor, discipline and imperfection. Romijn once said she sees Una as a woman who leads by example, not ego. O'Connell, laughing, countered, "That's funny because Ransom leads by ego, not example." Their chemistry off-screen mirrors that dichotomy. She's calm and grounded. He's energetic and unfiltered. Together, they're the perfect embodiment of two different Trek energies coexisting under one roof. When Star Trek couples become canon, interestingly, Romijn and O'Connell aren't the first real-life couple to serve in Starfleet. William Shatner, Captain Kirk, was once married to a woman who guest-starred in the original series. And Jonathan Frakes Riker and Jeannie Francis of General Hospital fame have also shared Trek ties. But Romijn and O'Connell's situation is unique because they're both active members of current Star Trek shows. It's rare for two married actors to each play major roles in different corners of the same franchise simultaneously. Their combined presence bridges the gap between live-action prestige Strange New Worlds and animated satire Lower Decks, uniting two very different audiences under the same Starfleet banner. Even Trek executives have commented on the couple's dynamic. Mike M.C. Mahan, creator of Lower Decks, once joked that if we ever did a full crossover, Rebecca would keep Ransom in line in about 5 seconds flat. Fans love the O'Connell-Romijn Starfleet dynamic. The Trek fandom has fully embraced the Romijn-O'Connell rivalry. At conventions, fans often ask them about rank, Starfleet, couples counseling, or whether their characters would get along if they ever met.